Okay, so now I'm quite happy with where I am with my lines. I've tried to think a little bit about the different thicknesses of line that you get. So I wanted a really dark patch here, and then I've thickened up this line and this line here, so that kind of section. I might also, once I have added colour, go back in and think about thickening up some of my other lines. I've got a rainbow of colours here, and I'm going to add those, and I'm going to really think about blending different colours together and my placement of colour. So trying to think about contrasting colours, so colours that are opposite each other on the colour wheel, and using that to help things stand out. So you'll see what I mean as I go along. So I like to start with my biggest section and the thing that I want to stand out the most. So I'm starting with my starburst. I'm using quite a dark line to outline it, so it's a dark blue to go kind of in that double line that I corrected. And then I use that dark blue. I tend to add the colours in kind of colour order as I go along. So I use that dark blue to then put in the rest of the dark blue that I want. And then I come back in with a light blue and make sure I sharpen it because it wasn't very sharp. So come back in with a light blue and fill in all of the sections of light blue. And that just means that I get a really nice, even colour language across the piece of work that I'm doing. It's quite a painter's technique, I suppose, thinking about your placement of colour really early on and kind of repeating that colour across your piece. Once I have got the blue on, I start thinking about what my contrasting colours are. So I put the POW in an orange, and then I blended a yellow over the top to make it a slightly lighter orange and just make the POW stand out. So I'm using that idea of contrasting colours. And again, I'm putting my yellow everywhere I want my yellow. So filling in my sun rays, and then I'm adding a little bit of orange just to blend it in and give it a little bit more life. So instead of it being just a flat colour, what I am doing and making sure that I am doing as I'm going along is I'm pressing on really nice and hard with my colour so that it is a kind of really bold and bright colour like pop artists use. And that just it makes sure that it keeps on that theme, the pop art theme. So obviously I'm colouring in my pizza slices here, trying to get the cheese to look drippy. And I use quite a lot of kind of ombre colour blending because I think it looks really effective. And when you do darker colours towards the outside, it does start to make your object look a little bit more 3D because as the light your object usually has like a highlight in the middle, and then as it goes back into the background it'll get darker around the edges. So whatever shape it is, that is quite a good trick to learn. And then I decided I wanted a rainbow. So I was thinking about the themes I'd got going on. Obviously, the pizza doesn't desperately fit in terms of a theme, but I was doing a rainbow to go with kind of my sunshine and clouds. And then I just went back in with my pen and thickened up some of the lines. So I said I might think about doing that, just to make that rainbow stand out a little more. And then I wanted the yellow across this side just because it was a really nice bright colour, so a bit of a contrast between the different sections. The purple, which is a contrasting colour to the yellow, and the fact that the purple is so dark and the yellow is so bright as well. And then I just finished off the colouring. So this is my final piece of work, and I'm really happy with the way that the colours have worked out.